Greetings in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie the First, King Alpha, I and I Divine Mother Empress Benen, Queen Omega, and I the children of Jah Rastafari, representing for the Ankh Nation family, so-called, or popularly known as Africa. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in I and I sight, O Jah. Greetings ones and ones. Once again, give thanks for lending I and I ears so I and I can articulate Rastafari. Now, this word Sonia is a follow-up on the Bob Marley biopic. Now, as usual, I and I look on, articulate and clarify Rastafari through the lens of Rastafari. And this movie, I and I continuously viewing it through the lens of Rastafari. Now, 1976 to 1978. The One Love biopic surrounded that era in a Bob Marley life. Or should I say, the time frame where the parasitical vampires take over Bob Marley. No. And in other era there too, this is where the, let's just say, the narrative what them want push now is wherein they might eliminate, barring the band members, them are more cultivate the white side of Bob Marley. Yeah. Cause like I said, there's a lot of subtleties in this movie, you know. Or subtleties to this movie. Yeah. Lot of subliminals. And if you not pay attention and if you don't have a certain mindset, you're not gonna see it. Now, I'm gonna show some points and who for see it and who for hear. And if the owner not get it, then I saw it go. Now, like I said earlier in my previous recording, read this biopic, I'm sure you say there is a certain narrative, but then push it across subliminally, like how I mentioned the white reporter guy there, I tell Bob Marley about say if you do the show enough to make fear and yeah, and then I mentioned the rock and roll scene where right after that, voila, Bob Marley get inspired and Exodus becomes one of Bob Marley's greatest album. Now, the theme when I realize, like I said, the narrative is that this movie tailor made certain people images. For instance, them shy away from the controversial aspect of Chris Blackwell, or as Peter and Bonnie da call him, Chris Whitewell, and the role him play in relation to him destroy the whalers, or him carve away the blacker side, the two black side, the two militant side of Bob Marley. And now we have what we have today wearing, them a try tailor made Bob Marley into this one love messiah. No. Them can't do it no other way. Other than between 1976 to 1978. Cause within that time span when Bob Marley they are England now, and I get exposure to the white world, to him deadbeat father side. No. And I like it. I like that because enough ones and ones out there love it. I like about Bob Marley half white. Bob Marley never became half white until in a this time span here, where the acceptance come. But before that, Bob Marley was fully black. Bob Marley was fully experiencing the black experience, being oppression, poverty. Born from a black mother who was abandoned and rejected by this white man who take advantage of her. And then abandon she and the pitney. I'm not stop say it. Because it look like enough of us to keep on overlooking that factor. And not only that, now this, what them not call back in them days, I use the language of the time. Because we're not coming for pretty up nothing. We are coming to tell Bob Marley's story as it is. Based on what? Observation and information that was presented. Because in truth and in fact, most of I and I, where I do what I and I do. Most of I and I, the born in the era of Bob Marley. Or some of us was young when Bob Marley are doing thing. And like most, enough of I and I hear things. Hear from people who personally know him. Even upon this space here, people who personally know him come and talk certain things. But nonetheless, we could go back to the root of who Bob Marley is. Because when I pre-Bob Marley, you know, I pre-Bob Marley from the side. I will make Bob Marley the tough gang, the poverty and oppression instituted why a old white boy, 56-year-old, could have him with a young, poor black girl. Yeah. And from the standpoint there, and I look upon it and look what shape and mold and brought Bob Marley to 1976, 1978. And that which brought Bob Marley is poverty and oppression. And that shape and mold him. Growing up in a communities wherein a half caste, and I could go back to the descriptive language at the time. Because I know not politically correct now, but in a them time, the Bob Marley, and I can relate to Bob Marley from this side of the fence. When you are brown skin, light skin, red man, brown man, because of them kind of name that you get. When you're light skin, you know what I mean? When you're brown skin, when you're surrounded by mostly darker skin from your skin, coming at the era where Jamaica promote now, and this is how them hide them racist through the color, what them are terminology now, colorism. Now, Bob Marley grew up in a predominantly pigmentation wise now black. Him have to fight because him get teased. And the teasing name them I mentioned them earlier too, in the previous one. Dundus, mongrel, mulatto. Nowadays on a politically correct and on a biracial and on different ethnic group or yeah, I hear me. Anyway, make me calm myself, cause more time when I pre that movie, you know. It always this is how these vampires come in. Because you have enough ones and ones. And I just a reason for my and I heart. I know I and I mindset read this movie again. And the tailoring of Bob Marley. Now, before the vampire elites, arms and gloves of Bob Marley, we have to go back to the backstory. And the backstory again, like me say, a poverty and oppression of a light skin or a brown skin black man rooted and him have to survive oppression and domination. And for a film part, him get it both sides of the fence. He's a reminder of the interracial, as them call it now, interracial union, you know, and then the scorn that him represent the slave caste, the black one, them and out of that now, this have to shape him now, and him have to rough and tough to survive. Because in a them area, even up to today dear, a lot of ones and ones, especially darker skin, black people, quick for underrate and things say a light skin or brown skin represent weakness. And Baba grew up in a trench town and them place then are nice. Them never nice then and them still not nice now. You see me I say him have to show him fortitude and him strength. Yeah. So this is where this is the root of Bob Marley. This is the backstory of Bob Marley. Now, a lot of nights I hear like this movie. It erase, cause the era like I say again 1976, eradicate the black surroundings from Bob Marley, people them who made Bob Marley, the foundation, the building blocks of Bob Marley. And not only that again, the team where it represent these individuals in a negative sense. Case in point. When the Lashana box Kingsley, and then she said to him that's why Bonnie and Peter left, something like that. And him say, oh, you talk about Bonnie and Peter, me a paraphrase now. I work them man, they don't want to work. Them don't want to put in the work. See it? Disrespect. The Livingston family and the McIntosh are the Touch family. Because him name McIntosh are them, him name shortened to Tosh. Or Touch as Jamaican, I say them. Now them say Tosh. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, there is no Bob Marley without Bonnie Whale and Peter Touch. Peter Touch teach Bob Marley how to play guitar. You see it? But when them put it in 1976, 1978, them not have to talk about that. And the style them neatly remove Bob Marley from these people. Another part of the movie. Like me say when them rope in, Caxton, run out, I chase a little man with them gun and all these things. Again, I mention it already, I'm going to mention it again. Negative light. You place the one of Jamaica's greatest producers. Yeah, we hear the stories them saying him dishonest, but nonetheless, this is part of Bob Marley's story. But yet on present this man here now in a negative light on the international scene. And these things are wrong. If you're going to fix up Bob Marley and tailor-made Bob Marley, when you present these Jamaicans, will contribute to the Jamaican culture and the music culture, you should have taken into consideration and present them properly to, or unless again, I say Paramount have an agenda. You get me? And then I recognize again the theme again, like I say, is always in this movie. The negative presentation of black people in the movie, even though it's a star by black people, there is a narrative, there is a subliminal there. and its shape. The movie is showing a white people make Bob Marley, Bob Marley. And you have snuff once and one we say, oh, a white people first have accept Bob Marley, make Bob Marley who we miss today. Yeah. To a degree, we can say that is true. But also, hear the other side to that sound. If Bob Marley never did that, if the blacker side of Bob Marley never push him against poverty and oppression, push him to discover Rastafari and the talent, the word sound will bring him to the ears of these vampires, these parasites. This is why today them invest a guy like Brad Pitt. Bob Marley name sells itself. And I Rasta community too. This is where I fought get all with the Rasta community too, you know. Because it's full time I take up I business. Because Ziggy do him do. Him sign off with Paramount. The only reason why Paramount put them money in, because them knows it's easy money, because them knows Bob Marley said himself. But the problem is with I don't confident I. For invest in I own business. You see it? Now, the Paramount and with this big budget, because you have enough ones and ones down in relation to this Barbie doll actor here. I go on like say him are the next best thing. If it wasn't for his acting prowess, Bob Marley could still come on the big screen. You see me, I say Bob Marley name is what it is. And him is a cash cow right now for Jamaica on the tourist side. And people like Brad Pitt and them now, just like our Chris Blackwell, let's say Chris Whitewell, as Peter touch on money, you know, say, see the opportunity to exploit and make money off of this what? The sound of blackness. Because Bob Marley's sound was the sound of blackness before 1976 to 1978. And then you have these ones and ones now out here on the social space are going like say, I if you give thanks, say, Paramount, come in and come highlight. Paramount will come in because them say one opportunity to make money. That's all it is. So that means Bob Marley global international money image represent money. And that's where Paramount come for take. And not only that again, the movie is scripted in such a way, like I say, you have to pay attention, you know. And it's always the white savior coming to save the black man, coming to pull up the black man and put him and shit, make him into somebody. And these are the things. And I have an issue when slave-minded ones now, because some of these people are out up on the social space, I run off them out and go and ask them more. Ones like I and if you feel bad, from criticize or analyze and put your sound out there, the disservice of this One Love movie to Jamaica, the Jamaican film industry, and Rastafari. Yeah. Now, these ones and ones were the typical narrative, like, if me I get it in a Jamaican style, if you're glad, say, them go on an opportunity to make one of you and want to play in the movie and want to get something for do. You know what I mean? These are the slave minds. For glad say white man agree you something. The white man couldn't give you nothing if him never see something in the black, if you dip in the black basket for take. So on overs on powers. And always want to go on power to white people. I may I tell you something to you. Enough ones and ones not gonna like I and I sound, you know. Cause I and I sound not tailor to fit. I and I come to speak truth. And when I and I analyze and see certain things, yeah man, it irritates I and I from a Rasta perspective. Cause Bob Marley was Rasta. Bob Marley was a Rasta before he became Bob Marley, the international reggae icon. Because from 1976 to 78 when I start shape when white people start arms and gloves in. When he was look a dirty Rasta boy, thief in Rasta boy. You think them that look on him? The vampires them see something them can take now and them run in and take it. And not only that, shift the revolutionary sound a message music and them call reggae music. Because I yes them call Bob Marley know that sound here. That powerful sound, the sound of blackness. A permeate through the world now. And them what them do? Capture it. And shape and tailor it now. To right now, you can't even talk certain talk now. And go. Get too much exposure. Because them stifle you. Because if you want money, you have to sing a certain way. As Peter touched it, I said, you have to sing this bomber clad baby, I love you. Them kind of sound that you have to let go. You can't let go nothing with serious. You have to water down. Like the movie. Because I hold it, like I says, a biopic. And then again, it can be strategically. Because I think on many levels, you know. It could be strategically approached for a sequel. You see me I come from, but nonetheless, the presentation is poor and misleading. Because I tell you, say a Bob Marley biopic, but when we in truth and in fact, the movie was merely a show highlight more Rita Marley and Ziggy. You know what I mean? And then it present the people them around where make Bob Marley to Bob Marley in a negative light. And this is a disservice to the McIntosh and the Livingston family and the Cox and Dad family. I want to do that. But then again, like I say again, when you give away no power, people can do as them please. And them take advantage of this opportunity, you know, with Bob Marley for what? Subliminally tell uno slave ones again, make uno know I come on this space, you know, and I run off on the mountain and I speak as if I and I as Jamaican couldn't play Bob Marley. May I give you a case in point in a movie, enough ones and one probably not pre. And may I go a little bit more in depth when we are talking about acting and Jamaican ability to act and play roles. And then again, may I show you something. Everaldo, the youth from the Nomads, him a Sheldon Shepherd, them a bandmate and them a party, them a family. Now, him a play Lee Scratch Perry. Now here it is, you know. A man, him not get no vocal sound, you know. No vocal sound. And him get less, maybe a minute, maybe two. If that much, that are the same times a little bit after them introduce Caxton with them gonna run down people. And then Caxton meet Bob Marley and Peter Touch and Bunny. After the only look introduction for the great Bunny Whale and the great Peter Touch. In this movie, when I talk about Bob Marley. Now, when I'm going at the studio and start singing the Simmer Down, and my boy Scratch or Everaldo start dance and nice. A matter of fact, one of the biggest highlights of the movie. None of the, I know the boy Kingsley Benadier no resonate like that, like when I portray him. You know what I mean? That youth has steal the show for me. I know about nobody else. But that authentic Jamaican vibes there, him capture it. Kingsley Benadier can't capture it. He can't capture that because it's not in him. Him don't know that. You have to shape from a certain, you have to be rooted, poverty, poor. You have to come from that, feel that energy there, that create that fire there, that desire there, to express certain things, to feel the music on a certain level. Kingsley can't feel it. Kingsley don't know what that is. We not go like we hate him or nothing, you know. Because we don't want it to come across like that, but we are speak truth and we are get raw. Kingsley can play Bob Marley, but to a certain point. Kingsley cannot become Bob Marley because him don't know. I and I as Jamaican have a know, and this rooted in our Jamaicanness. Because ones like Bob Marley and Peter Tosh again, but now stop saying poverty and oppression create these ones. Rastafari. Kingsley and a Rasta. Kingsley can never be a Rasta. May I give you a case in point? Jamaican style again. When I go on like say Jamaican have the ability to act. The Virgin will play Marty Plano. You see the energy we bring? You see how him embody Marty Plano in the movie. Sheldon again capture Neville Garrick. Compare these ones little scene where them get them backup scene in this movie and compare them to these brand name so-called actors. Una go on like say we can't sell ourselves. Una go on like say we can't do it for our own. If it was for us, Brad Pitt couldn't come in with the money, you know, and Paramount, you know. I wonder if you realize that. Una ones and when I talk about say, when I and I critique and I tell truth, una go on like say, Jamaicans are not capable and this is a big budget. Why it's bigger than Jamaica? The movie can't be bigger than Jamaica. Bob Marley can't be bigger than Jamaica. So Jamaica make Bob Marley. Is it because of Jamaica why Brad Pitt and Paramount could I get for see? Is that Jamaica why Ziggy Marley became to be and the Marleys came to be out of the lines of Bob Marley? A Jamaica Rastafari. So now go on like say Jamaican can't. I mention it again, you know. And we are talking about lack of opportunity for I and I people. This is what these people do. Them select who them want for shape a certain narrative and make you feel like you're less than. If it wasn't for Jamaica and Rastafari, you wouldn't know about Marley. You never consider that? Kingsley Benadier could not get to play Bob Marley no, if it wasn't for Jamaica. Poverty and oppression. Some of them go on like, you stop underrating yourself and stop going like, say, without white people, you can never be. Without I and I, white people can never be. We're not reverse it. A time for I and I start look on the power I and I have, you know, as Rasta, you know. As black people, you know. So when it irk I and I, irritate I and I when I and I hear certain sound out there. And some of these sounds out there like I and I for glad say Paramount a look pan we. Paramount for glad say Jamaica birth Bob Marley. So them can capitalize now and exploit him now. And by extension I exploit we. Cause no fun I run about Bob Marley and the movie a shot right now. Yeah, the movie a shot. But everybody we're going at the movie there. Come out feeling lacking like my son would have said. Something is off. Something is missing. So I go on like I want to come style Rasta in Jamaica. And I go on like so we don't have no sense and we're backward. Like some of the slave bloggers out there run off on the mouth and I go on. There is no Bob Marley without Jamaica. There's no Bob Marley without Rastafari. There's no Bob Marley without Bunny Wailer. There's no Bob Marley without Peter Tosh. There's no Bob Marley without Coxsone. And Rita play her role. And Marty Plano. There's no Bob Marley without Marty Plano. And there's no Bob Marley without Rastafari. I want to know, man. And then when I go and like say I and I, when I go and like say when I and I are critique, it's because we love sordidness and scandalous things and violent things and debauchery and I go and like say them things. When I talk about this movie, I talk about giving what is due unto Caesar. Bonnie and when you go in 1976, on strategically eradicate Bonnie and Peter Touch out of this, and then you know hide now behind this 1976, 1978, and Taylor made this Bob Marley movie now for eradicate important people, and then the people them were destructive towards the whalers them. When you put them in a good thing, my Chris Blackwell or Chris Whitewell, as Bonnie and Peter that call him. And then you have the audacity now to come talk about put it out there in the world like the man them lazy and the man them never want to work. This will disqualify that. Go look on the man them catalog. Enough of the time to enough once eradicate a certain mindset. And when once Peter and Bonnie recognize the exploitative nature and them refuse, however, Bob see where him now watch where them are getting him and watch what him can do. Like how enough of uno ones and ones done with this movie. Uno look on it from the point of view of where you can do the little when you get. But how long will we keep circling for little when we can have the whole of it? Do you recognize that if Ziggy Marley, even for argument's sake, because me checks him supposed to have the money, but nowadays, because of this movie, I discover a whole heap of things. Recognize a Bob Marley catalog universal, own enough of it, and this explains why Bonnie Whale and they are today too, you know. Because we have to look on certain things because Bonnie Whale start to make up nice and I defend the tough gang side where him and Peter play an integral role that for them label this enough of Bob Marley music come on the tough gang label. And this is why I know probably we not have Bonnie Whale there right now. Silence. So back to the point where I make now. So maybe if Ziggy, let me get back on track. If Ziggy did probably come to the community on a whole, we could have a movie where I and I offer the strength of Bob Marley, the international appeal. Enough people want to know about me. We could have do it. Now Paramount, Big Ziggy, the Marley estate I get scrap and Paramount I got scrape all of this. Another exploitation. But now we have shut up and be glad that Paramount look upon we and give it liquor rolls and some of them I say some of these people are out there run after them out I say well, a couple Jamaicans get job out of it. It could have been like all enders, black people, Caribbean